Hello, friends. It'll take a little bit for people to come in and out, of course. So this is almost an optimized stuff.
Almost.
Yes. But, so keep in mind what you said earlier. I never said it was good or bad. I simply said why I don't use it.
I see.
Because I built my deck different.
I see.
So I am playing Katsu, Ninja Hero, as is my opponent here. And it looks like the legs are the only thing that we have different as far as equipment.
Yep. This is pretty much a mirror match.
Yes, except for the deck build plan.
Yeah.
It's a little different.
I have a few more reactions.
Okay, because I don't think I have any actually.
Yeah. Well, so the idea is eventually when I replace this, 10-cent card with the $130 Mask of Momentum, that I want to be able to make one specific attack hit.
Right.
The third one.
Right.
Because
So
I'll be able to draw a card.
This is a new game.
I have mine set up backwards.
Oh, you do, don't you?
I do.
You mirrored my board.
I did. I don't know why.
I saw you do that earlier too.
You know what's funny is actually Joe did that for me.
Okay. 17.
17. It looks like you have the option.
I will go first.
Okay.
So draw. Well, this was a bad hand. I will pitch 2. Attack with a Kadachi.
I'm going to go ahead and block out for 2.
Interesting. Okay. So I have 1 left. I will spend that 1. Attack with the other Kadachi.
That one I will let through.
Okay. So you'll take 1?
No.
Did you need a health?
I have a
Okay.
spin down from magic.
And I will send 100 wins at you.
100 wins, huh? Okay. Yeah, that's a 0 cost. I will block for 3.
Alright. And then I will 100 wins.
100 wins, okay, so that's coming for 3.
Indeed. Oh, I did it wrong. Oh, I was supposed to play this one first.
Right, so that the other one was bigger. Yep. Oh well. So I'm actually going to block that one out for 3 as well.
Alright. I will go ahead and arsenal this.
Okay. So this resolves, I take 1 damage from this Kadachi that I didn't block.
I believe you would take it upon completion
Yeah,
of that segment of the
chain. Exactly.
Alright.
Link.
Yep. We're all good?
Yep.
Alright, I will draw up, as you will.
Yep.
And then it'll be your turn.
Which is what let me block so freely.
Interesting. Okay. I should also get a health die. Where's my pretty dice? There is one of my pretty dice.
I'm going to play Nimbleism.
Yep.
Okay, so the next attack action card costs 1 or less this turn, gains 3. I'm going to play Surging Strike, which costs 2. So I will pitch this Rising Knee Thrust for 2.
So it'll deal 8?
No, because this does not cost 1 or less, it won't trigger this Nimbleism yet.
Gotcha. So you're sending 5 at me. Alright.
Send him 5 at you.
I will block one of it. for battle 1.
Okay.
So it gets a -1 counter.
Okay.
I will. Also, then add 3 to that. So I will block 4 out of 5 damage.
4 out of 5. Okay.
I'll take 1.
You'll take 1. So that hits.
So this resolves.
Okay.
Alright.
So now is where I have a little bit of a time. So
This is where Arsenal comes in handy.
because it's so early, I'm having trouble. I don't have anything in my arsenal.
Yeah, you don't have anything set up?
So what I want to do... I'm actually going to go ahead and Holt Merchant's Hood.
Interesting choice. So what that does is you get to destroy the equipment.
Yep.
You shuffle any number of cards from your hand into your deck, and then you would draw that many. So he shuffled
Exactly.
1, so he'll draw 1 card. And hopefully it's the one he's looking for. Or at least one that will work.
Honestly, I probably made a mistake. I should have probably arsenaled the card in hand and held on to that nimblism
Yes.
for next.
Yes.
But,
Or nimblism.
all right. So that is going to be a thing. I'm going to discard this plunder run in order to search.
I believe that ability has to be done upon combat. Hits each turn. So how are you discarding that?
The first time an attack action card you control hits each turn. This is an instant, so this was still on that.
That's a
chain.
fair point.
Yep.
That is a fair point.
Yep.
Okay.
So
That's a dirty little interaction I had forgot about.
So, what I can do now is I can search the deck for any card with combo. And I can banish it face up, and then I can play it. What I'm going to do...
I believe the next combo in Surging Strike
Well, I'm in Gust Wave.
is 0.
Yeah,
Yes, it is.
it is.
That would be the best
I
one.
love the way you check your hand to...
Oh,
confirm
oops.
that.
Sorry.
I'm just checking. So, I'm checking for color here. I want to make sure I get the right one.
Yep.
Because I built this deck basically with the cards I had on hand, the colors aren't necessarily
Lining up.
the best for what I need. But that's okay. So I'm going to put Whelming Gustwave and Banish.
Oh, gee. I'm
Cost
surprised.
0.
Did you shuffle?
Yeah, that would be a good call. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah.
And then obviously I'm going to be playing Whelming Gustwave from Banish.
Yep. For 0, which will be 2, so a total of 5 damage coming my way.
Yep. And since Surging Strike was the last one in the combat chain, this will gain +1.
And go again.
And go again.
6 total damage.
So that's 6 total damage.
Alright, 6 coming at me. Well,
I kind of screwed the turn up, but I managed to make something out
I'm
of it.
going to destroy these runaways. It's an instant, so I destroy it and I prevent the next 1 damage that would be dealt to my hero this turn.
Okay.
So I will take 1 less, so 5.
Okay.
Which will put me down to...
Oh, this also has if this hits, draw a card. Does that change your...
Ooh. No, I'm not going to be able to block that much damage.
Okay. So
Well, I could, but I don't.
it will hit, I'll draw a card.
Indeed. And it will probably allow you to go again.
Yep. Unfortunately, you know what I'm going to do?
Pitch it and use your
I'm
Kadachis.
going to use that in my arsenal, and I'm going to draw.
Alright. So that result.
Yep. That way I get a card arsenal for next turn. So now I'm going to put Rising Nethros at the bottom of my deck. Draw 4 cards.
I am going to... Actually, I'm going to also destroy the merchant hood. So I will shuffle 3 into my deck and draw it. It was a great hand. Just missing the 1 card.
Just missing 1 card?
Just missing 1 card?
Yeah.
That's all that
We
matters.
could have shuffled just 1. Could shuffle just 1 into your hand, into your deck and hope it drew.
Yeah. Problem is
you didn't have very many.
the last 2 segments of a combo don't work well without the first. So, all right.
They work. They still work. They just don't work as well.
I will draw 13 cards. Well, I'm going to pitch this for 1. I'm going to use the blackout kick.
Okay.
So I'm dealing 4 damage towards you.
Well, 9. That costs 1. See, this is the only problem with this wax on card.
3?
Yep, I'll block 3.
Okay. I will destroy this, adding an additional damage to it.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was technically... This is a defense reaction.
Okay. Alright, so what happens here is you can block from a card with hand.
I'm going to actually block with Breaking Scales.
Alright, so it gets a Battle Worn card.
Gets Battle Worn.
Alright.
Okay, then you would have attack reactions.
I do not have any attack reactions.
Okay, now I'm going to block with Wax On, paying its cost of 0 to block for 3, and that will block out the 4.
Alright, so then I will, in response to that, oh, that's a reaction. Okay. Yep. And you block all of it. Alright, so that resolves.
You can play that reaction in response. And give it +1 if you want. Okay.
I will arsenal this card.
Okay.
And draw.
Okay.
And that goes to you.
Yeah, so the way that works in this game is that it's action, defense,
action,
and then you have reaction, reaction, and priority continues to pass between the 2 of us until we've both passed.
Gotcha.
So, so even if you passed the last time you had priority, you can still play another reaction.
Gotcha. Alright, so that resolves.
So these are going to go... This actually keeps Battle Worn. Doesn't break yet. 3 cards in hand, 1 in the arsenal. What is he gonna do?
I actually have 4 cards in hand.
No, I have 3.
Oh,
yes.
you were talking to yourself.
I was referring to myself in the 3rd person. I'm going to play Nimblism.
In response,
okay.
I am going to, for 0, I'm going to cast Sigil of Solace, gaining 3 life.
Okay.
Continue.
Fair. So now... I'm going to...
So this is Flesh and Blood game? So
yeah, there's a lot of decision points here.
Well, there's a lot of strategy.
I'm going to play Scar for a Scar, which isn't really optimizing, because it only gains go again if he has more health than I do.
Which I do not at this point.
Which you do not. So
even
it doesn't have go again. But it will attack for 7 damage.
I will... Black 3. Alright, so we'll go to attack reactions.
No attack reactions.
No defense. Resolves. I take 4.
You take 4, so that completes this chain.
Indeed.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to arsenal this and draw.
Alright, so this resolves. Graveyard. Pitch goes underneath. Which I forgot to do last turn.
Man, I'm just getting terrible draws this turn.
Me too.
I'm sure I'm misplaying everything as well. You know, that's perfect, of course.
Alright, I will pitch this 6-flat for 3. I will use one of it to attack with the Kadachi.
To attack with a Kadachi.
Which, while there's a card with
So
0
that's a
pitch in the
blue.
graveyard, it goes again. And it is 0.
Yep. So, what I'm thinking here is I'm definitely going to take at least 2 Kadachis and probably whatever card we got in hand.
Possibly.
So, that's the thing that makes Ninja so annoying.
You either block everything or you just take a
You
boatload of
just
damage
get
not knowing what you're doing.
bled by those Kadachis. Yeah, I'll take the one.
Alright.
No defense.
I will also then use the other Kadachi.
No defense.
Okay.
Okay, so I take the one from the first one, the one from the second one.
And then I will attack with a 100 wins.
Right. See now.
3 coming at you.
Right. This is where, if we had that Mask of Momentum, you would be threatening to draw a card here.
I actually did this in the wrong order.
Okay,
Well, no.
go ahead.
No. It wouldn't matter. Continue.
Okay.
Well, this is rather obnoxious, mate.
It's a really strong.
I'm going to... Good day,
Hello. How are you folks today? We are playing a relatively new game called Flesh and Blood. Continue.
Alrighty. So, you just threatened 3 damage?
Indeed.
Okay.
With also go again.
With go again, and 1 card in hand.
Correct.
And
One
one
pitch left.
pitch left.
So basically, man.
You know what? I'm going to take that damage. No defense.
No reaction. Oh
No
wait.
reaction. Wait, okay.
Attack reaction. I will
Yep, that
break
has
this.
combo.
So it will be 4 damage.
4 damage.
You
Okay.
still can now defend, right?
No, but I can play defense reactions.
Okay.
So I can't just block out with any card, but I can play defense reactions. I will take the 4.
All right. So
Actually, what I should say is I will pass. You still could play another attack.
okay, I have none. So
Oh.
so my commander says the first time an attack action card, which that's what this is, hits, I could discard a cost with 0 and search for combat. I will not choose to do that,
Okay.
and instead I will use my action. No. I will just arsenal this, and this mana goes away. So I will draw back up, and this all resolves.
That is annoying. You just had to do 2 more damage. Did I block anything? No, I didn't block anything.
Nope.
You just had to do 2 more damage, man.
Why?
Okay.
Okay. Is that?
We're going
You
to
got
play
what?
Twin Twisters, pitching Blackout.
And he spends counter spell.
Right? Force of Will. So this is threatening 3 damage, and I can either give this +1 or my next attack +1.
Well, gee, I know what you're gonna do.
I'm just going to go ahead and give this one +1.
All right, so it's 4 damage coming my way. We will start this rodeo out I'll just block 3.
Okay. So there's 1 damage coming through currently.
Currently.
I have no attack reactions.
And I do not have a defense reaction. I am wanting to use right now.
Okay. So that has go again.
Alright.
So that means I'm going to go ahead and
I will
play.
take that one.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and play Scar for a Scar for 0,
Alright.
threatening 4 damage. Now, it won't have go again because I have more health than you. That was why I wanted you to do 2 more damage. Yeah.
Well, I will just take 4.
You will take 4. So, no defense. Now I can play an attack reaction. Let's see. Have I used...
No.
I've only used 1 pitch here. I should be doing this. I've only used 1 pitch.
Well, that's because it's only 2. So, yes, you used it.
Right. So what I'm going to do now, because you have not declared a defense, is I'm going to use the card that you said, just isn't worth running.
Okay, and?
I'm going to give target attack action card with cost 1 or less plus 3, and if it hits, it can go again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And since you declared no defense, you can only play defense reactions.
Correct. So, I'll take your word.
So now you're at 4.
Indeed.
So that has go again. I'm going to break my heart into cross trap.
Just so you know, I said that I don't run it.
I'm teasing.
I know.
To play a blackout kick for 4, which you pretty much have to block.
Why didn't you just use the 1 mana you had left? Oh wait, you used.
I used it for razor
okay.
reflex. I'm terrible at tracking my pitch.
So 4 damage.
4 damage.
Do I just go on to the next game?
Because at this point, you're going to have less cards in hand. I'm just going to bleed you out with Kodachis.
2.
Okay. So you'll take 2?
Yep.
Alright. So now my Kodachis become an actual threat.
They were a threat to the very beginning, as you found out.
Yeah.
Okay, go.
Kick goes at the bottom of my deck. And I will draw 4 cards.
I'm going to pitch this for 3. I will use 1 of it. Cast Tome. I will draw 2 cards.
That is beautiful.
So is this. I will use 1 for leg tap.
Okay. So you're threatening 4?
Indeed.
Okay. No defense.
Okay. No reactions.
No reactions. 4 resolves. I'm at 9.
Alright. I will use this last pitch. Leg tap.
Leg tap. Threatening another 4?
Indeed.
Okay. No defense.
Okay. No reactions.
No reactions.
Okay.
Alright. I'll take 4. We're at 5.
Alright. Because this has go again, I will then use this as my action to destroy it. The next card I play will cost 2 less. I can go again. So then I will Surging Strike for 4.
Surging Strike for 4? Okay.
Yep.
Do you have pitch left? How much pitch?
I have 0 pitch left.
0 pitch. Okay. So no cards in hand.
Correct.
So the only threat is going to be Kodachis.
Potentially.
Potentially. You know what? I like to play dangerously.
Yeah, because then you'll have full cards in hand to kill me. Alright.
No defense.
Good. Alright, now I will draw up.
I didn't see anything on the board that was going to let you do 1 more damage, so...
And pitch goes underneath.
Okay. So the
Although
first
you now know I have instants and other functions.
Right.
So you do have to consider that.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. It doesn't work out.
I'm going to go ahead and lead out with a head jab. 3 damage.
Okay. So you're going to do 3 damage with a head jab. I will block 3.
Block 3. Okay.
I'm
going to play leg tap. For 1, pitching a blackout kick, blue. That'll pitch for 3. I have 2 remaining.
I will block 3 of it and take 1.
Okay. So now I'm going to play Ride the Tailwind. Threatening 3 with go again.
I will block 3.
Okay. Katsu.
I will block 2.
Katsu.
Good game.
Good game.
All right. So the thing about these is the ninja, Katsu, and there's other ninjas that they tend to go really wide, so they get off a bunch of little attacks, as you just saw, to bleed the person out. And because we only start at 20 health as our hero, it makes it really difficult. I do have, there are plenty of other heroes that you can do fancy things with, but
Right.
see, the difference, it seems, is I rely generally on combos and triggers, and you rely more on triggers and less combo.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I think I only actually activated Katsu once. That's actually not typical for the way my deck runs, but
well, I tend to not need to use them because I get good cards.
right.
But what happens with this deck is I get a lot of yellow and red,
Yeah.
so the cost is more, which is why I have to throw one out every once in a while just so I can draw.
I need to finish my Surging Strike combo with the Redemption Release and the Lord of Winds.
I do not have Lord of Winds in here, although when I get them in the mail, I will.
Right. So eventually, that's what I'll be running. And obviously, once I get Mask of Momentum, it's going to be a completely different game because then it's going to be all about buffing up the 3rd attack and making sure that hits.
Because as I started out with the basic ninja move,
Right.
you knew what was coming, you just took it.
Right.
So that's the difference between ninja players. There's other people out there who don't play ninjas and just can't predict it.
Right.
But I also could have done it a different way. Because I also view it as if I can get a big chunk of damage on you right away, it's important.
Right.
But what you got to remember is the food chain here. So when you attack, these only get Gogen with pitch 0, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you play something like this that has Gogen, then you can do these.
Right.
But you've got to play Overwhelming Geist before you can play these, because it's in a chain. You can't break it up.
Right.
So the order is very important. So if I do not have one combo or the other, I might pitch a combo like leg tap or something higher on the food chain for the pitch to throw these. Because it's at least 2 damage going that you force them to block. So now you know my strategy in this. Because that's just kind of what you got to do.
Yeah, you just want to. The Kadachis are great for just bleeding people. You just bleed them slowly, and it really stings to throw away an important card to block 1 damage.
Exactly.
So a lot of times they don't get blocked. The 2 archetypes, main archetypes, and this one was go wide. The other one would be go tall, which basically relies on dealing lots and pitching all of your cards in hand to play 1 big card that hits for like 10.
4. Well, that's not your preference.
You might be going first.
I rolled a 4.
I know.
Oh, if you...
I might choose
you got
second.
6.
So a lot of times in this game, it's actually preferable to go second, unless you specifically have a reason for going first.
Which, for example, ninjas like to go first.
Ninjas do usually like to go first. The thing is, the reason is because everybody draws at the end of the first turn, and so if I go first, Terry here can spend his entire hand blocking, and he'll still draw at the end of that turn. So it's just really hard to get something through. If I go first, it's really going to depend on what cards are in my hand.
But you don't know that. You're technically not supposed to know until you choose.
That's the problem. Tournament rules say that you choose before you see it. I'm going to try going first this round just because I usually don't.
Alright. Draw. Figures.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I did not get a hand that I want to see here when I'm going first.
Me neither.
So typically, when you go first, the way to deny the person going second their advantage is to just not attack, take any actions, put a card in arsenal, and just draw up. And then it doesn't matter that he gets to draw at the end of his turn because you haven't spent any defending.
Correct.
And I start my second turn with an arsenal, with a card in arsenal.
So basically, we have a maximum hand size. Our hero says what it is. Currently, we both have 4 in hand. So Arsenal gives us an additional card in hand, giving us that advantage. So if he has even an instant or something that, like a combo piece that's higher that he can't afford right now to cast, then he can Arsenal it, and then it'll be in his zone, giving him a 5th card in hand, which then he can draw up.
I'm actually going to arsenal this.
Okay.
And I'm going to draw.
Alright. I will go into my turn. I will pitch 2. 4-2. I will use one of it. Smack you with a Kadachi.
You're gonna hit me with a Kadachi, huh?
Yeah. I realize I did that with the wrong card in hand. Oh well.
No defense.
Hey, so you'll take 1?
I will take 1 damage. So no defense reaction.
So with this, I made a mistake because my commander, or my hero, says... Or no, sorry. The Kadachi says if there's a card with 0 that I pitched in hand, it has go again. I pitched the wrong card. It has 1. Which means, yes, I have the 2 pitch to cast these, but I am not able to use this second one because it doesn't have go again. Which means my turn ends. So
now, normally, there is an equipment that a lot of people run. These Snapdragon Scalers would allow you to break them to give an attack action card go again, but that's not an attack action card
That's a
either.
weapon.
That's a weapon.
I will.
So you're just kind of out of luck.
I will.
Was there a different card that you meant to pitch?
No.
Okay.
I did that on purpose. Not just to show people watching, but also because I wanted to draw up. So this will go underneath.
You want to put that back in your deck so you can search for the Katsu.
And then draw up to 4. Ha, that's better. Alright, it is now your go. That was a strategic mess up. Because it didn't matter either way. But normally that could cost you the game, just that one little mess up.
Oh yeah.
So this time I got lucky. I just played it off as I intended to do that. But I'm a very forgetful person.
Alright.
Kind of like I almost just forgot what was here.
I'm going to play Harmonized Kadachi.
Ow.
Pitching Flick Flack.
Alright, I will... Oof. You know what? I'll take it.
You'll take it. Okay. So that's 1 damage?
Indeed. I will run away. So I will destroy this equipment, preventing the next 1 damage.
Okay. I'm going to play Ride the Tailwind.
Okay. So 3 damage is coming at me. Okay, so if it hits, alright. So this is where we have fun.
This is actually a Benji card.
Yes. Benji is one of the other heroes you could play as the ninjas.
Yeah. The thing is, Katsu, I just don't run enough 2 damage cards really to make Ride the Tailwind worth it. This is coming out when I get my Genshi release.
So I will go ahead and use Rising Knee Thrust
to block 3.
To block 3.
Okay.
So this ability would fizzle out then.
If I don't
Although it does have
any
go
attack reactions.
Which I doubt you do. Has to hit. Okay.
I was just looking at what it costs.
Oh, I see.
I played my 2 Kadachis, so I have no pitch left. Okay, I have go again, but I have no pitch.
So you'll either have to pitch or Arsenal, which is probably the smart choice, but that depends on what you have in hand. Another thing to think about with the Arsenal, if you are unable to circulate, so you kind of want to fix the cards in your hand, especially if you're playing combos like I am. So Arsenal gives me a chance to draw something off out of my hand, because we are only allowed past the first turn to draw up after we attack, which he will do after he attacks. Getting another card out of your hand is very important.
Right. So I'm going to actually break this Heart and Cross trap. Now, that actually breaks this attack chain.
Yes, it does.
Right.
But you do still have go again. And another good thing is, this ability didn't trigger anyways, so that chain does not matter at that point.
Exactly. That's why I'm doing this here.
Correct. That is a very smart choice.
So this will allow me to play a 2-pitch card without paying its cost. I'm going to play Open the Center for 5.
Interesting. So this card has combo pieces that start down here, so to speak. So there's a lot of tricks to go to this. But because
I'm not playing those first, it's basically just a generic 5 drop.
Or 5 damage.
Or 5 damage,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Which is still really good. Do I want to take 5 damage or do I want to block?
There's a reason I'm doing that.
I'm sure. Tell you what. I will start this rodeo by Battleborn.
Okay.
Or Battleborn. So I block 1 damage out of the 5.
And he gets a -1 counter.
He gets a counter. That represents it's been used. I will...
So still 4 to block.
Yes. I will actually go ahead and crack the Merchant's Hood. So I will shuffle 3 in.
Okay. I'm okay with seeing so much equipment go right now.
I'm sure. Where did my arms... Oh, right.
Yep, you're using them now to block.
Yes. And, of course, we're talking strategy and talking more openly with each other than we would in an actual tournament.
Yeah.
Because we are in hopes that whoever is watching this live will also find it interesting. So I will draw 3, correct?
You put 3 away?
I believe so.
I wasn't paying that close attention, I'm sorry.
Alright.
He draws up however many he shuffled in. I think that was 3. Yell at him in the comments if he's wrong.
Yes. You know what? I'm going to take it.
Okay. So that will hit for 4.
It will indeed.
I have no reactions.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to activate Katsu. Discarding Rising Knee Thrust.
Which happens to be a 0 drop, which is what its ability says.
Or Wax On, I mean. Which is a 0 cost. Yeah.
And you will search for a combo piece?
I will search for a combo piece. Here's the problem.
You
This
can't
doesn't
cast
really...
it.
I can't cast it. Oh, it doesn't have go again.
Yeah, don't do that.
Well, yeah, I didn't give it with the Snapdragon Steelers. Oh, shoot.
Yep, you played this wrong.
I did. Because I'm still pretty new to Katsu, and I keep thinking that the card that you search goes to hand.
It goes.
It does not. It gets banished, and then you can play it from banishment.
This turn.
This turn, exactly.
Otherwise,
So,
it's permanently gone, similar to Exile
Right.
in Magic. Yeah.
so my thought was I can bring it to hand, have 2 pieces, arsenal this piece, and then next turn set up a good combo.
Right.
Now that I have done this, that's okay.
You
I
can choose to not pitch using his ability. Nothing else has gone to the next step. So you could retcon that in this specific instance. I would allow that.
just hold the wax on.
Yes. Because you have not done anything with that, you can retcon it.
I'm okay.
All right.
Well, I don't have go again. That's the problem.
Right, that's what we just
And it's too far. I can't break my step.
Nope, because it's an attack
It's
reaction.
an attack position. Yeah. Okay. Well, there's my problem. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and resolve this then, and
Alright.
I will arsenal this card.
So before your
and I will
turn,
draw.
before your turn then, and
So what I'm doing is I'm just taking the hit here. I went ahead and messed up there, but that's a learning experience.
okay, so,
Flick flat goes on the bottom.
yep, pitch goes underneath, discard piles, and you would draw.
I've drawn up to 4.
Okay, I will start by playing this. I will gain.
Okay, you're gonna gain some health.
Yep, I'll gain some health. I will then. I will then
That was sad.
move to end step and draw up
Okay.
without doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alright, here we go. It is now your turn.
Okay. So no actions. You just move to end step.
Yep, I already drew up. I already have a card in arsenal, so I
That's
have
the
to-
good thing.
Of course, it set me up. I mean, you up for next turn.
So I'm going to play out Surging Strike. 5 damage with go again. And I'm going to pitch a Rising Knee Thrust to pay for it.
Alright, so you're sending 5 at me. Alright, I will take 5 damage.
Okay. Alright. So that's that turn.
Okay. So my go then?
Yeah.
Alright.
So I had go again, but I didn't really have anything that I want. Well, yeah. I already passed.
Alright, so I will pitch head jab for 3 manas.
Draw 2.
I will play this card for 0. The next action, attack action card I control hits, I draw a card. I did not play it from the arsenal, so it does not gain a +3, but it does have go again.
Okay.
So I will start by using 2 and casting Surging Strike. I am sending 5 damage your way with go again.
5 damage with go again. You know, I kind of put myself in a bad position here. No defense.
Alright, no reactions.
Okay. That'll resolve. So, 14.
Alright.
I
Next,
think I just lost myself the game.
I will cast Overwhelming Gust
Overwhelming
Wave,
Gust
which
Wave.
is the second card in this combo.
Right.
So I'm going to deal 3 damage your way. Because this was the last one, it gains +1 and go again. So 4 damage your way. If it hits, I draw a card. Also, I lied. This was an attack action that hit, so I would draw a card off of that too. My bad.
Wait, which one was?
So when I played this, the next attack action hit, I would draw a card.
Oh! Okay.
Does that make you want to do something?
No.
Okay.
That's my fault. I wasn't paying attention. I know what Plunder Run
Well, I made the mistake by not announcing it as I was going through the steps.
Yeah.
But I will play this.
Yep. Alright, Whelming Gust Wave. So this one will not draw a card.
It will. If it hits, draw.
Oh, yeah. Okay, right. That's in the text of Whelming Gust Wave. Okay. I'm going to attack with my Breaking Scales. Giving them a -1. Or not attack. Defend.
Okay.
With my Breaking Scales.
So
And with a Blackout Kick. So that is 4.
4. Okay. So that is all of the damage, so I do not get to draw the card. But it does have go again.
Right.
Which I will use this last.
Cards in hand are pretty much the most important resource in this game. So anytime something
Use
threatens to drop
Katsu
cards,
specialization. If Whelming Gust Wave is the last attack, it gains +1, go again, and if it hits, I can search my deck for any number of cards named Lord of Wind. So I am saying
you don't have the Lord of Winds, do you?
I do not.
Oh,
Which normally they would not necessarily know, but I've already talked to Suits here about that.
Right, right. So here it's 4 damage, and normally he would be threatening his
Lord of the Winds.
yeah,
Lord
his
of the Winds.
specialization, his other specialization. Oh no, it gains +1. Go again. How much of that 3 have you used? All of it?
All of it. I do have a card in hand, however.
1 card in hand.
1 card in
4 damage. 5 damage. Boy, this is a tough one.
So, this combo here is going in perfect order. I have played the first, second, and third piece. The third piece allows me to search for the fourth piece, at which point I can play. I do not own the fourth piece just yet, as I've only been playing this game for 2 weeks, I believe. But we do have cards coming in the mail. In the card shop here, Next Level Espresso is also starting to roll out Flesh and Blood. That's where we've actually learned that. So,
Pretty good community here so far, too.
it is. We have a really large Magic the Gathering group. We play almost every day of that.
Yep.
We also play a lot of Dungeons and Dragons. There's Tuesday nights would be, oh, what is it called? Now I'm drawing a blank.
Tuesday night? I don't know, Tuesday night I can't come. That's the one night I can never be here.
It is D&D style. I can't remember.
D&D? Pathfinder?
No, it's D&D's version of, like, I'm drawing a blank. I'm just gonna guess.
No defense, by the way. Now's the time where I cheat and rearrange my deck.
Adventures League.
Oh, Adventure League.
Adventures League. Goodness.
I actually didn't know you had Adventure League here.
Yep, Tuesday nights.
Of course.
So Monday nights at 6 p.m. is Flesh and Blood tournaments, which we are just practicing now. I will also be live streaming that. But
Tuesday night is Adventure League. Okay, no defense.
okay, so you'll take 5 damage then.
I will take another 5.
All right, and let's go again. So now I have to decide how I want to do this.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Only hit point that matters is the last one.
I'm going to go ahead and destroy this as an attack reaction to allow 1 more damage through.
Alright.
So you will take the 1 extra from this.
Alright.
Okay.
So that would be an attack reaction. Right?
Yes.
Yes.
Alright.
So now we resolve this link.
Yep.
And you have 1 action point remaining.
I do. Which? Do I play this or not? I will play this for 0.
100 wins. Okay.
100 wins.
So threatening 3 damage.
3 damage with go.
I can take the 3.
Alright. So, this whole chain has now resolved. And I will put my pitch underneath my library and draw back up to 4 cards.
Now, I don't get to draw.
You do
And
not.
unfortunately, This is not ideal.
Well, the good news is,
I'm going to.
That's huge. So even if I don't think I'm going to be I should be.
I'm going to play a Blitz as a generic action,
beautiful.
which has go again. So my next attack with 1 or less gains 3 damage. The next time an attack card I control hits this turn, I will draw a card. It was not played from Arsenal, unfortunately, so I don't get the buff.
But you do get go again.
Yes. Then I'm going to play a Rising Knee Thrust for 3. Total of 6.
And draw again. Alright, I will take 6 damage.
You will take 6 damage. Okay. So, as an attack reaction,
Okay.
I'm going to break Snapdragon Scalers,
Alright.
giving this go again. It did not have go again because of the fact that it was not the second. I didn't play the first card in that combo.
Which, as you saw here, or my last
leg
turn,
tap.
Yep.
So, as another reaction, so you would get a chance then to play a defense reaction.
Which I decline.
Okay. Now I'm going to break my breaking scales as another attack reaction when I get priority back. And that will give this an extra 1, so you take 7 damage instead of 6.
Alright.
Okay. Now I'm going to draw my card, hoping it's something good.
Which it probably isn't.
Well,
You do have go again.
don't be mean. I do have go
I'm just being
again.
realistic.
I made sure that I had go again.
You do have the hood you could use.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to play a Kodachi.
Pitching a 0 cost, I presume.
Pitching. Oh, yeah.
You could use this. Now is the perfect opportunity. I'm at 6 health.
Yeah, but there's really nothing I would rather get.
If you had a 0 drop, you could also do the next chain piece.
So
but,
pitching a Bittering Thorns.
Okay.
One. So Kodachi for 1.
Alright, I'll just take the 1.
Okay, reaction. Razor Reflex
How much?
for an extra 3.
Okay, I will take 3 down to 1 health.
I think you're down to 2. You went from 5 down to 1.
Oh,
Yep.
5. Oh, yeah.
Yep. So you were at 6, you took 1 for the Kodachi, brought you down to 5, then you went from 5 to 1. So you're at 2. Okay. So the dagger or weapon attack gains +3. So.
Yep.
Alright, and that will end my turn.
Alright. So
we're at 5 to 2 here.
and it is my go.
I'm going to put this on the bottom. I'm going to resolve all of this.
Don't forget your weapon.
Yeah, I'll just throw my weapon away. Don't need it.
Alright. So this is where it gets interesting. Because this game is very, very down to the last absolute health point.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna, for 0, I'm gonna use head jab.
Head jab.
Does have a go again, but it's 1.
Go again. Okay. I am going to no blockers.
Okay. Pass.
Okay, so pass. So I will take 1.
Alright. It does have a go again, so as my action, I will destroy this. Next action, costs 2 less, and go again. So I will open the center, which is the next in the combo.
Mm-hmm.
Gains +1 and go again, and dominate.
Mm-hmm.
So 5, 6 damage coming here.
Yep, with dominate. And dominate means I can only use 1 card to block.
from hand. One
From
card
hand.
from hand.
Right. I could also still use, if I had a defensive reaction in my arsenal, use that to block.
Which is why Arsenal is basically another card in hand.
Arsenal's super important.
Now, here, two things can happen. He can choose to break this Merchant's Hood and reshuffle his deck with the cards in hand, drawing 4 more, hoping for something. Or he can take it, and that's game, because he's at 4 health. Or block with 1 card in hand, lowering it down, so he goes to low health. Now, because this is more combos, which he knows, he probably figures that I have either another combo or something else doing more damage. Therefore, he needs to be very careful.
I need to basically, so I can block with 1 card that says 3 defense, that will let 3 through. I'm at 4.
So you'll be down to 1.
So here you have a chance for attack reactions.
I pass all this.
Okay. Pass. I'll take 3. I'm down to 1 health.
Now this is where we get fun. We have fun. So I'm going to pitch 100 wins for 3. I'm going to use one of it for the Kadachi.
Yeah. So I'm about to get bled out of cards.
And health, mind you.
Well, that's just a byproduct of having no cards in hand.
It really is.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to block with Twin Twisters
Alright.
for 2.
I pass priority.
No reactions.
I will use 1 pitch
For another Kadachi.
for another one. Now, because the Kadachi has, if there's a card with 0 cost 0 in your pitch, you can go again, which this is. The blue here in this game have 3 pitch, so it gives me 3 mana basically.
So I'm going to block that out with a Rising Knee Thrust.
Alright. I did that wrong. Oops. Oh, I will use this. Nope. I will just, for 0, Rising Knee Thrust. So it's dealing 2 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is, like he did earlier, this card is not in the chain, it is a separate piece.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just dealing the 2 damage this way.
But it is bleeding me out of my last card.
Blocking 1, 3 of it.
Blocking
3 out of the 2. Alright. So, that's good with that.
I've survived another turn.
Alright. So the results.
But here is the problem with having to block out. It's now my turn. You draw up at the end of your attacking turn. So I now have no cards in hand for my turn. And 1 health. And I have to move to my end step and draw 4 cards.
Oh, this was interesting.
So I am now on the defensive. And not on the best footing either.
I'm going to pitch Blackout Kick.
Okay.
In Blackout Kick,
Okay.
generating 2 mana.
Okay.
I'm going to use 1 of it for the Kadachi.
Okay. Now, those are both 1 drops. So your Kadachi will not have go again.
Oh, they are, aren't they?
Yes.
Oh, you're right.
Would you like to do something different? I'm sorry, 1 cost.
Yeah. Yes, I will pitch this 0 drop instead.
Okay.
So I still have the 2.
Okay. So now your Kadachis have go again.
Yes. And actually, I could have done this in such a different order, but it's fine. So with this game, you want to think everything through very thoroughly.
Yes.
Because everything matters. We are literally at 1 and 2 health, and he has just as much chance of winning as I do.
I'm going to block with Twin Twisters.
Alright, so you'll block 2. I will use this last mana to attack with another Kadachi.
Okay. Now I'm seeing he has no more pitch, but that doesn't matter because there's probably still cards in his hand that cost 0. So I'm going to block with this Rising Knee Thrust.
Okay. Next step in this process, I will 100 wins for 0.
Right, 0 cost, 3 damage.
3 damage, yes. 0 cost, 3 damage, and go.
Oh, wait a minute. Why did I do that? Oh, I screwed up. I really screwed up.
Yeah?
Yeah, like lost the game, screwed up.
Oh. Why?
Because the next card I have in hand to block with is Head Jab, which blocks for 2. So rather than blocking your Kadachi, this for 2, I should have held on to the Rising Knee Thrust.
And swap them.
Yeah,
So in this
swap
instance, part of the issue here was because this is such a finite and strategic detailed game
Yeah.
that the 2 needed to block the 1 and the 3 needed to block the 3.
So now I have to play out both of my cards in hand in order to block. Which leaves you free if you have a 0 cost attack in hand.
Which, it is your lucky day, I will arsenal this. Alright,
Doesn't make me extremely lucky.
because,
I needed that on my turn.
so that resolves. Pitch goes underneath, and I will
Alright.
draw up,
So moving to my end phase,
because, yep.
I draw up. Okay, I have mixed feelings about this.
Alright, let's party.
Yeah.
I'm going to pitch Rising Knee Thrust. Going to Kadachi.
Yeah, you would start.
I mean, I don't have to if you don't want me to.
Okay. Oh gosh. I'm going to block.
Keep in mind, you do have your hood if you'd rather do that.
Yeah. No, this is actually a really good hand.
Okay.
I'm going to block with a wax on.
Ah!
It will actually. It only blocks for 3. Now the thing with wax on is if this card were an attacking card with 0 cost, it would block for 5.
Which is largely irrelevant anyways, but let's do... I'm going to pitch Blackout Kick for 2. I'm going to use one of it for this other Kadachi.
Okay. I'm going to block with a flip flop. Now, if my next card that I defend with has combo, it'll block for an extra 2.
Alright.
So this blocks for 2.
I will head jab for 2.
Head jab for 2. I'm going to block with Blackout Kick, which blocks for a total of 5.
Okay. I will use this last to attack for 4.
For 4, huh? Good game.
Good game. So, with this here, the idea is you have the 4 cards in hand. I also had this Whelming Gust Wave as a backer. I did not have Go Again, but I was going to arsenal this, so I could start off with the combo piece, and it would give me 1 pitch, which is pointless. So I usually try to put those in the arsenal.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind. So the higher the damage, you can only block some. Early on, you don't know what's going to happen. So around the 3rd step, that's when things get dicey.
Right.
And that is why this card was great for this, but you didn't know I was going to play a 2-drop
Yep.
instead of a 4-drop.
Right.
So
Right.
that is part of strategy too.
Yep.
So good game. That was good. So I
I
believe
also
we're
wanted to
1-1.
hold on to the Whelming Gust Wave for attacking.
Yep.
Possible.
All right. So that is, I believe, 1-1.
Yeah.
So you see how once the combos start going off, it's good.
Yeah.
But the first game, I didn't get the combos I needed.
Right.
So you were able to go off with you.
See, that's why I feel like reactions are just more flexible. Because you've already said, okay, I'm not playing a defense. Now if I buff it by 3, the only way you can stop that is with a defensive reaction.
Right.
So like that 3 is definitely going through.
But also the other issue with that is The reason this deck isn't fine-tuned is because I don't have all the cards, and two, I'm a relatively new player, although I'm really good already at building decks and fine-tuning them and all that. I don't have all the cards I need in this deck.
Right.
So the synergy there is not all there yet.
I mean, likewise.
Right. And that's the thing, like, both of us are playing the same hero with total different builds.
We'll come back and play this in a couple weeks.
Yeah, when we get our cards.
Right.
And then, it could be 1-1 and we might tie. Who knows? I don't even know if there is a tie. I don't think so.
Only to time.
Only the time. Oh, right, yeah. So
otherwise, decking is a thing in this game.
Right. So now, let's see what time it is.
It is 5:30.
Right.
That's probably about it.
So this game is called Flesh and Blood, and yeah, so it's a new game similar to MTG, but Magic the Gathering is still different.
It's fun. It's accessible. It's a lot shorter, especially the Blitz version.
Yes.
And a lot of the cards you can get for like 10 cents.
So, with that, thank you all for joining. My phone battery is about to die, so I will be on in a little while, around 6 when the tournament starts. Thank you for joining.